Hello guys, I'm Gaming, and today I'm reacting to Genius Kid vs. World's Toughest Principal by DharMannStudios. As always, links to their channel and the video are in the description. And as always, let's begin, shall we?
She's going to be our new addition into the Technology and Scientific Expansion Program. Miss Golden, did you have something to say?
No, I just didn't realize we were a daycare. Done.
Well, that is incorrect.
How?
Well,
Miley can solve the problem.
Okay.
I said solve it.
There's no way.
Fantastic work, Miley. That is absolutely correct.
How? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, here, let me demonstrate.
Allow Miley to explain, please.
Sure.
These have a 1-to-1 ratio, correct? So by your logic, it would complete one full rotation by the time it returns to its starting position. However, it completes 2 full rotations. Many problems may seem simple with obvious answers, but it's important to always make sure that it still works when applied to real-life scenarios.
Great work, Miley. Wow. I'll tell you what, she's going to have this fan.
She's going to be incredible. Fast. She's going to have all of this. Do you want to go back to that house of horrors with those kids? I didn't think so.
I heard they just admitted a prodigy into your program.
Yeah, no, she's just some kid who looks like she belongs in middle school.
Do not lose the tough spot in your class to her. Unless you're okay with tarnishing the family name.
No, I won't, I promise.
Promises don't cut it. You have to prove it.
Well, how?
Miley, I'm handing you a phenomenal opportunity here. So be a good girl and make me proud. Understand?
Getting into the mentorship program. 2 months over the summer being mentored by a Nobel Prize winner. Perfect way to fast-track your career.
I was just hoping for a little bit of a break.
Break? You think Mr. and Mrs. Riley's daughter takes breaks? No. That's why she's the lead researcher at Nova Biomedical.
Get into the program and we'll get you a violin.
And lessons?
Let me guess, the whole thing about Mr. and Mrs. Riley is basically an assumption, right? Like, these people be assuming as if Mr. and Mrs. Riley are working all day every day. Like, wow. Like, it's honestly kind of funny when they are acting as if she should work every minute of every day, because then when will she get a break? Like, that's why I don't agree with the whole thing about, oh yeah, I'm gonna study extra in the summer, because that essentially means that you gave your break to studying, because guess what? After you're done with school, you're going to college. And after college, you're immediately going to work. If you keep using those breaks to study even more, when are you ever gonna take a break? When are you ever gonna have a holiday outside of the ones like, a bit for Christmas and stuff like that? Like, aside from the seasonal ones and, the special holidays. What break are you gonna have? Anyway.
Sure. Next summer.
But I don't even want to work in...
You know that I have your caseworker on the speed dial. So if you want, I can just...
No. No. I'll do it.
Good.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Guess who survived their first day of college? It's not exactly what I thought it'd be, and Dr. Alden Royce, he's like Machiavelli with tenure. But he did get me out of that home, so I guess that makes him my least favorite life draft. I don't know, I'm just trying to be optimistic. Maybe I'll make a friend. Just one would be really cool, but I don't really fit in anywhere. Not here, not there. Not anywhere, really. But that's the update for today. I still really miss you guys. Now more than ever.
I want to ask a very simple question. Who is the principal here? Genius Kid versus World's Toughest Principal. I honestly really hope this doesn't end like the foster parents one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I referenced it multiple times, but basically there was a video that was made like a couple weeks ago on foster child versus evil foster mom or something like that. When guess what? Like I reacted to that video as well. If you look at my channel, you'll find out that I reacted to it. But basically, one of my main problems with that video that I really hope isn't repeated here is the fact that even though the mom is presented as being like the main antagonist, her daughter was the one who was the main antagonist. And no, it wasn't in the sense of, oh yeah, the evil foster mom is helping her biological daughter against, you know, the main character, the foster child. No, it wasn't like that at all. Like aside from the prologue that basically establishes how the foster mom and the biological daughter were pretty much against the main character. They were belittling her. They were mean to her. They were giving her so many chores that are probably more than chores that have been named on Earth. But after that bit, the mom was barely there, even though she was the one who's supposed to be against the main character, which she was technically, but she only really interfered or made a bit of an impact in the beginning, and then later just pretty much fell into irrelevance, and her daughter was the one who took center stage. So I honestly really hope that this doesn't end up being the same, because that video basically became clickbait, since even though the mom was on the title, she barely interfered aside from the prologue. So again, I really hope this doesn't end up being the same thing, and the principal, whoever it is, actually ends up being involved. Anyway.
Today, you will all be given a small live challenge. Now, this is courtesy of our classroom AI. Now, this assistant has been freezing mid-task, so you will be given 10 minutes to identify the fault and propose a solution. But before we do that, I'd like you to meet our guests right here. They are from the Integrated Intelligence Alliance, and they are actually here recruiting candidates for the International Youth Innovation Cohort. Your time begins now.
Oh, it's a threading issue in the decision-making subroutine, probably a memory leak. Oh, that's odd. The log looks clean.
You may want to keep your eyes on our youngest student here.
This isn't a software bug. Can I use the flashlight?
She's taking apart the flashlight.
The power fluctuations were scrambling the AI's logic pulses. The batteries were too erratic for the AI's pulsing loop.
Hello. Please state the nature of your medical concern.
So you made a diagnosis of the hardware failure without even looking at the software. Nice.
I think that this is... we'd like to speak with her privately.
Absolutely.
Hey! I know this must seem like one big fun field trip for you, but my entire life literally depends on me being the top student in our class. So can you just go home and play Animal Crossing or whatever you do?
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to upset anyone.
Wait. Where are you headed? Sorry about that.
That's okay. I love classical music.
Really? Most kids your age don't appreciate Mozart.
Oh yeah, the music is in public domain. Thank God. I almost thought I was gonna get copyright claimed for a second because trust me, I do not trust music ever again. Like every time I'm like, okay, don't worry, I won't be copyright claimed. I end up being copyright claimed. I'm not even joking. Like it's been a while, but let me tell you, I pretty much do not trust any piece of music in DharMann ever again because any time I try to trust it, I end up being copyright claimed. But honestly, it doesn't matter.
Of time, so. Speaking of parents, why didn't yours come pick you up?
They care.
I'm just saying, like, it's a little irresponsible of them to let you just walk home like that. Like, I get that you are a genius and all, but you're still a kid at the end of the day. And I also get that they probably have jobs, but still, I don't think that's, like, a valid
They can't because they're not around anymore.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably not the best thing to say, huh? Like, this woman is all like, oh, your parents are irresponsible. Like, her parents are dead. Bro, like, I know she wouldn't probably have them being dead being the first thing on her mind, but like, come on. Don't go on then insulting them or something. Don't just insult them out of nowhere. Insulting someone's parents is one thing. Insulting someone's parents because they're basically dead is another thing entirely. Like, she basically insulted them because they couldn't pick her up because they're dead. So yeah. Anyway.
What happened to them?
Thanks for the ride.
Where have you been?
I'm only 5 minutes late.
And what do I always tell you?
Early is on time is late,
And late never happens. That's correct. Now, what kept you from getting home on time?
I was just dropping off a friend.
What?
Friend? You can't have any friends. You need to be focused on school. There's no room for distractions. Here, now go study.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What has gotten into her?
Mind if I sit?
Sure. Nobody else wants to.
Yeah, I know the feeling. So, oh, do you have a favorite composer?
Currently, Ludovico Einaudi. Experience is minimalist, but it's built like a story. Like, the piano's remembering something painful in real time.
Right? That song kills me. It's like controlled chaos wrapped in calm. You actually remind me a lot of myself when I was your age.
Did you also spend all your time with your head in a book when you were my age, slowly watching your childhood pass you by?
Kinda, yeah. What time's your last class?
Why?
I was thinking we could do something fun. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, stop it. No, stop it. Stop it.
Have you lost your mind? This doesn't look like the library to me. You should be studying, not playing video games with some brat.
Your assessment for the mentorship program is tomorrow.
How did you know I was here?
Let me guess, they track her phone?
Don't try to change the subject. We're the ones that are asking the questions. Now, come on, we're going
No,
home. Do you want us to buy you that stupid little violin or not? Because if you don't get into that program tomorrow, you can kiss that offer goodbye. Forever. Come on.
I'll get you an Uber.
Dr. Voss's mentorship is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Now, you will compete across multiple challenges. Creativity, intellect, and composure all on display. But only one of you...
Okay, we're on the halfway mark at this point, which is honestly surprising. Like, this video has not lasted that long, but like, I have a question. Who's the principal here? Like, I'm getting confused. Is this guy the principal? Because, oh boy, I don't want this to be another one of those situations where the guy is on the title, yet he barely appears. Or, like, if he's even antagonistic, he's barely antagonistic, as in, he barely appears antagonistic and just becomes irrelevant most of the time. I honestly really hope it doesn't end up like that. Like where's the verses here? Like the woman straight up went to sympathetic. They didn't even do the whole bully arc or anything. No, they straight up went to her being sympathetic. So where's the verses here? Who is the genius kid really against? Weird.
Will be selected. The first challenge, code optimization under pressure.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters.
Solve a human problem in 2 hours. Let's see what you come up with.
It's a wristband that senses emotional spikes and then plays calming music to help the consumer.
Would you like to talk?
I'm sorry. This thing is sci-fi. This is not even realistic. This is straight up sci-fi. I am sorry. This is not realistic at all.
Try switching out the 3-volt with the 5-volt. It will stabilize the sensor.
World. Solve the traffic optimization crisis.
Yeah, we get it.
I'd wish some assistant doesn't give. It asks questions. Ones I'd wish someone had asked me.
How are you feeling, Miley?
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I am very pleased to announce the mentee for the mentorship program is, drum roll please, Soraya Golden.
Miley, you're a genius. So admit you think it was a smart idea to throw in the towel like that. You humiliated me. I didn't bring you here to...
I don't want to do this anymore.
Fine. Then go ahead and pack your bags. I'll make sure to dump you at the foster home as soon as your caseworker gets in touch with them.
Guess what? I got into the mentorship program.
As you should.
Next, you'll need to focus on impressing your mentor and getting a job offer.
Shouldn't the next thing be getting me a violin?
Not until you've proved to us that you've earned it.
Well, wasn't that the whole point of getting into the program? Or the university or straight A since I was 5?
We're not gonna reward you for doing the bare minimum.
I'm sorry. What do you mean the bare minimum? What do you mean the bare minimum? For there to be a bare minimum, there has to be an optimal one and the best of the best. What's better than straight A's? Like what? Is there an S? Is there an S grade that I don't know about or something? I know that the highest, like it depends, but the highest is either an A or an A plus. Like, is there an S ranking or a double S ranking that I don't know? Is there an S grade or a double S grade that I don't know about? Like, tell me. Like, there has to be an S grade for the A to be considered bare minimum by them, right? Anyway. But honestly, like, I feel like those two aren't realizing that they're pretty much basically caught training their daughter do not trust them. Like, if their daughter has been like if their daughter had been asking for the violin since she was 5, if she has been asking for that violin since she was 5, And until now, they haven't given it to her, even when she did what they asked for. They're basically training her on not trusting them. That's why, as a parent, you gotta make sure to keep your word. Because guess what? Kids learn, and she's not even a kid. She's straight up an adult here. Like, a kid learns. A kid learns, for example, a kid learns that if their parents lie to them all the time, they learn not to trust the parents' words because they've seen that the parent doesn't keep their word. She's an adult. Like, come on. Anyway.
Try switching out the 3-volt with the 5-volt. It will stabilize the sensor.
How are you feeling, Miley?
That's it. Thank you. Sarai, what are you doing here?
Mind if I come in? So, are you gonna tell me why you purposefully let me win?
I didn't want to get in the way of anything that you wanted, especially since I have a few years before I'm actually old enough to go to college.
Well, my parents lied, so no violin for your friend here.
Like, honestly, her parents are pretty much good representation of what would happen to her if she went by their ways. Like, think about it. These two are working all day. And honestly, like, I feel like as a parent, the worst thing you should do is not giving your kid praise, especially if they've done something that you want. Because here's the thing. Like, kids in general, it doesn't matter where you're from, what religion you follow, like, kids in general have this innate desire in them to please their parents. You know, that's normal. Like, we are taught that we should please our parents, and so that innate desire becomes even stronger, right? Well, if the child does what you want, and yet you don't praise them, you act as if it's the bare minimum, you're discouraging them from continuing, because, like, you're not showing them, hey, you've done well. You're showing them, well, good, I guess. Like, it's kind of similar to when you don't give them enough attention. Like, when a child is given praise for doing something, they're like, oh, if I do this more, like, let's say, doing what my parents want, and, like, for example, getting the grades that they want, getting the things that they want. Like when parents praise the kids, the kids release dopamine in their minds, and then they're like, oh, I want that feeling again. Like, it's kind of like, of course we want as much dopamine. Why do I keep stuttering? Like, of course we want as much dopamine as possible, and guess what? Pleasing our parents releases dopamine, right? Like, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, isn't dopamine like the pleasure hormone, or not really necessarily the pleasure hormone, but like the satisfaction hormone? I guess is the better word. Like, isn't that it? Because, like, again, I feel like the reason why her parents basically aren't gonna be able to work on her anymore is basically because of the simple fact that they haven't had her release dopamine, because they never really praised her, did they? They always wanted the best from her, but never praised her for it. You know what I mean? And also, the worst thing you could do to your kids is lying. Especially if you can't come up with a good excuse. Like, at least an excuse can let them hold on to hope that you'll stick by your promise. Like, yeah, maybe you didn't manage to stick by it at the moment, but at least you're gonna be able to do it eventually, right? But when you're straight up lying, you're essentially teaching your child to not trust you. Because guess what? Like, kids learn. They're not dumb. They learn from patterns. Like, for example, if their parents promise them something, and even if they achieve that, their parents lie, they keep making excuses, or like, heck, her parents don't even make excuses. Like, if the parents keep lying and don't do what the child asks for, and like, the child is gonna learn not to trust them ever again, because the child has seen that, yes, the parents aren't keeping their word. And mind you, I don't remember what her name was, but like, she's an adult. She's a full-on adult. Like, if a kid as young as Miley or even younger can catch on to this, how about an adult? Huh? And also, like, my guy, we're already 3/4 away. We're already 3/4 into the video. So, like, who is the toughest principal? I'm honestly willing to bet that Dhar Mann is gonna change the title and make this difficult on me. Because, like, who was the one who wrote this title? Who was the one who wrote this? Like, honestly, I don't think you guys will disagree with me when I say this, but this title is clickbait. This title is clickbait. Clickbait at its finest. Like, think about it. Who's the principal here? Like, at least with the foster mom one, the foster mom was at least present in the beginning, even if she was kind of forgotten about later. But, like, here, who's the toughest principal? Who's the one who's supposedly against the kid, as if they're gonna be in a fight? Who? Like, what? Anyway.
Are you moving?
Yeah, I am.
Where to?
Back to the foster home.
You don't have any family?
The truth is, my parents were top scholars, and they were flying back from a speaking event to make it in time for my birthday party. But they didn't make it to the party. The plane crashed with both my parents on it. So, I got put into the system and wound up at a foster home. The other kids picked on me because I wasn't interested in the same things as them. They called me a freak. Then, Dr. Alden Royce found me, and he recruited me to join his university. I didn't really want to, but I had no choice. And since I'm refusing to be his puppet, he's sending me back to the foster home. By the way, I never got the chance to tell you, but thanks for taking me to the arcade the other day. It was really nice to feel like a kid, and the first time since I don't even know how long. I'm gonna miss you. Maybe you could come and visit me sometime?
Yep, it's gonna be her. It's gonna be. What was her name again? Like, why do I keep not remembering her name? What was her name? What was your name? Oh yeah, around here. It should be around that moment. Where was it? Yep.
Please. Sarai.
Sarai Golden. Okay, Sarai. Good. But, like, let's go back to this. So, yep, it's her parents. What did I expect?
How dare you sneak out? You are in big trouble, young lady.
Are you tracking me? You are? What the heck?
It's for your own good, because clearly you don't know what's best for you. Now, come on, we're going home.
No, I'm not.
Excuse me?
I'm not going anywhere with you. I have a right to live my life the way that I want to, and I've literally done everything that the two of you have asked of me, but it's never enough, so I'm done.
Fine. If that's how you want to do this, then, you are no longer our daughter.
Great. Get out.
So, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. But I'll figure it out.
Turn off the tracking now.
What about you?
Same.
Mind if I crash here tonight? I think I'm newly homeless.
Yeah.
Miley, there's someone here to see you.
Hi. I'm sorry it took me so long to visit. I had to get a few things in order.
Don't be sorry. I'm just happy you're here.
I have a few surprises for you. So I did some digging, and turns out that Royce here gets a percentage of any patents you develop under his mentorship program since you're still a minor. So thankfully, he won't be exploiting any more big brain prodigies.
Wait a second. What was the problem?
So I did some digging.
Arrested on campus. Like, does this number even matter? No, it doesn't.
And turns out that Royce here gets a percentage of any patents you develop under his mentorship program since you're still a minor. So thankfully, he won't be exploiting any more big brain prodigies.
This is the best surprise ever.
I do have one more surprise for you.
The adoption papers? Yep.
Is this for real?
Mm-hmm. I had to take some time to get a steady job and an apartment of my own, but I did.
What? I have not been this confused in a long while. What happened? What happened? What story was I told? Like, first of all, clickbait. I don't even need to say anything more. Clickbait. Clickbait. Clickbait, clickbait, clickbait. No. Now, may I ask, what story was I told? Because I feel like the story went way too fast with stuff that was never answered. Like, genuinely, what happened? Like, you know the feeling when you feel like a story, when it progresses, you feel like you missed something when you didn't really miss a thing? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if DharMann changes the title, because what the heck is this? This is not true in the slightest. This is false, and false. 2 times false. You know what? I'm wrong. 10 times false. Anyway, so might as well go back to Sarai, because, like, what did she do? You're telling me she managed to find a steady job and an apartment of her own in a year? That's it? Like, again, it feels like it went way too fast. You know what? No, not way too fast, because then the problem would be the pacing. I think that the main problem is the fact that, I don't know if it's technically pacing or not, but, like, I feel like there's something wrong with the story, as if something is missing. As if a part of the story was not really told. Like, this is honestly the first time. Like, I'm not gonna be surprised if this is one of the few times where I genuinely just did not spend that much time on this video. Like, the video is 20 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if my video is, like, only 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Maybe it's 40 minutes. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the runtime after I finish recording. But, like, genuinely tell me this. What was the point of this? Like, I feel like I watched a whole pile of nothing. What was this? How am I supposed to do commentary on a video that I don't even understand, where I don't even understand what's going on? How? Like, if this is your first video of me, let me tell you that this is genuinely the first time, or like the first time in a while at most. Like, this is the first time where I genuinely don't know what I was even watching. Like, what was the point? Where's the life lesson? Where's the... Like, this woman did way too well without her parents. Like, that's quick. I am telling you, that's unrealistic. Like, you're telling me that her parents straight up disowned her, and the woman managed to find a steady job, and even, like, the steady job is not really that hard, but, like, an apartment of her own in a year? Heck, even less than a year, because, of course, she had to have finalized and all that way before she went back to Miley, so, like, what, 10 to 11 months? Something like that? Like, that feels way too early. And also, like, may I ask, what was the point of this? Like, again, what was the point? What was the point of the story that was being told? Who's the prince? Okay, no, they didn't answer the principal. Like, I genuinely don't know what to say, because I don't know what I'm even watching. What did I spend 20 minutes on? Like, what? I honestly don't know whether to look for something or just to end the video right now, because I genuinely do not know what I'm supposed to do here. Like, guys, tell me please if I'm not the only one in here, but, like, doesn't it feel like this is an incomplete story, as if it skipped some parts? Like, this story genuinely feels like it skipped some parts. Like you're telling me Sarai went from being disowned by her parents, basically, to suddenly having a steady job and an apartment of her own in like a year? Really? Nothing happened in between? Really, like, I can understand Miley. She stayed pretty much at the foster home all year, but like, what about Sarai? What was she doing? What was she doing for a year? Like, couldn't you show me a bit of that? Like, to show a bit of development? To show me what happened to her after her parents kicked her out instead of immediately everything being fine? Really? But anyways, I'm not gonna be, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like my shortest video in a while, because especially considering the runtime of this video. Like, usually the videos where my runtime isn't that high are videos like that are 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 17 minutes, but this is 20 minutes. And I wouldn't be surprised if the runtime of this video is lower than my usual, because like, genuinely, what was I watching? I genuinely don't know what's happening. It's as if parts of the story were removed halfway through. Like, I watched the whole video with you guys, and yet, I feel like something is missing. What was I watching? What was the point of this? Like, honestly, I am done. Thank you guys so much for watching. On the left is my most recent video. On the right is a video YouTube recommends. As always, the links to the channel in the video or in the description. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.